I welcome you all in our today's session, that is local search algorithms and optimization problems. In this session, we are going to see the local search algorithms like hill climbing algorithm. The search algorithms are designed to explore search spaces systematically. This systematicity is achieved by keeping one or more paths in memory and by recording which alternatives have been explored at each point along the path. When a goal is found, the path to that goal also constitutes a solution to the problem. That means when a goal is achieved, the path which is used to achieve that goal also constitutes a solution of that particular problem. So this happens with every search algorithm. But in many problems, however, the path to the goal is irrelevant. We will consider one example here. In the 8 queens problem, what matters is the final configuration of queens. It doesn't matter the order in which the goal is achieved or the order in which they are added. The same general property holds for many important applications such as integrated circuit design, factory floor layout, job shop scheduling, automatic programming, telecommunications network optimization, vehicle routing, and portfolio management. In all these cases, here the path to the goal is irrelevant. That means the path does not matter at all. If the path to the goal does not matter, we might consider a different class of algorithms. The algorithms that do not worry about paths at all. Those algorithms are nothing but the local search algorithms. Local search algorithms operate using a single current node. It will not consider the multiple paths here and generally move only to neighbors of that particular node. Typically, the paths followed by the search are not retained. Although the local search algorithms are not systematic, they have two key advantages. So what are those advantages? First one, they use very little memory. So usually it is a constant amount. And the second one, they can often find reasonable solutions in large or infinite state spaces, for which systematic algorithms are unsuitable. In addition to finding goals, local search algorithms are also useful for solving pure optimization problems, in which the aim is to find the base state according to the objective function. Many optimization problems do not fit the standard search models. So in that case, we can use the local search algorithms. For example, nature provides an objective function, reproductive fitness, that is the Darwinian evolution. It could be seen as attempting to optimize, but there is no goal test and no path cost for this problem. To understand local search, we find it useful to consider the state space landscape. A landscape has both location, which is defined by the state, and elevation, which is defined by the value of the heuristic cost function or objective function. If elevation corresponds to cost, then the aim is to find out the lowest value, which is nothing but a global minimum. And if elevation corresponds to an objective function, then the aim is to find out the highest P, which is nothing but the global maximum. So in case of the cost, we have to consider the lowest value, and in case of the objective function, we have to consider the highest peak. So figure here shows a one-dimensional state space landscape in which elevation corresponds to objective function. That means here we have to find out the global maximum. The aim is to find the global maximum here. Hill climbing search modifies the current state to try to improve it, as shown by the arrow. The various topographic features are defined in the text. So this is nothing but the shoulder of the landscape. This is the global maximum of the landscape. Here it shows the current state, and here is nothing but the local maximum. This is the flat local maximum. So here elevation corresponds to objective function. So we are going to consider here the global maximum, that is the highest peak. Local search algorithms explore this landscape. A complete local search algorithm always finds a goal if one exists. An optimal algorithm always finds a global maximum or minimum. Hill climbing search. It is simply a loop that continually moves in the direction of increasing value, that is uphills. So here we have to consider the increasing value. It terminates when it reaches a peak, when no neighbor has a higher value. The algorithm does not maintain a search tree. So the data search for the current node need only record the state and the value of the objective function. The figure here shows the hill climbing search algorithm, which is the most basic local search technique. Function hill climbing problem returns a state that is a local maximum. Current make node problem dot initial state. Loop do neighbor a highest valued successor of currents. If neighbor dot value is less than current dot value, then return current dot state. Current neighbor. At each state, the current node is replaced by the best neighbor in this version. That means the neighbor with the highest value, but if a heuristic cost estimate h is used, we would find a neighbor with a lowest edge. Hill climbing does not look ahead beyond the immediate neighbors of the current state. This resembles trying to find the top of Mount Everest in a thick fog while suffering from amnesia. To illustrate hill climbing, we will use the 8 queens problem. The local search algorithms typically use a complete state formulation where each state has 8 queens on the board, 1 per column. The successors of a state are all possible states generated by moving a single queen to another square in the same column. So each state has 8 multiplied by 7, that is 56 successors. A heuristic cost function h is the number of pairs of queens that are attacking each other, either directly or indirectly. The global minimum of this function is 0, which occurs only at perfect solutions. So figure here shows the queens problem. Figure A is an 8 queens state with heuristic cost estimate h is equal to 17. Showing the value of h for each possible successor obtained by moving a queen within its column. The best moves are marked here. Okay? And the figure B shows a local minimum in a 8-queen state space. The state has h is equal to 1, but every successor has higher cost. Figure 3 here shows a state with h is equal to 70. The figure also shows the values of all its successors, with the best successors having h is equal to 12. So hill climbing algorithms typically choose randomly among the set of best successors if there is more than one. Hill climbing is sometimes called as the greedy local search because it grabs a good neighbor state without thinking ahead about where to go next. Although greed is considered one of the 7 deadly sins, it turns out that greedy algorithms often perform quite well. So hill climbing often makes rapid progress towards a solution because it is usually quite easy to improve a bad state. For example, from the state in figure 3a, it takes just 5 steps to reach the state in figure 3b, which has h is equal to 1 and is very nearly a solution. Unfortunately, hill climbing often gets stuck for the following reasons. The local maximum. A local maximum is a peak that is higher than each of its neighboring states but lower than the global maximum. Hill climbing algorithms that reach the vicinity of a local maximum will be drawn upward toward the peak but will then be stuck with the now here else to go. Figure 1 illustrates the problem systematically. More correctly, the state in figure 3b is a local maximum, that is a local minimum for the cost h. Every move of a single queen makes the situation worse. Second is ridges. A ridge as is shown in the figure 4. The ridges result in a sequence of local maxima that is very difficult for greedy algorithms to navigate. Figure here shows the illustration of why ridges cause difficulties for hill climbing. The grid of state, it is dark circles, is superimposed on a ridge rising from left to right, creating a sequence of local maxima that are not directly connected to each other. From each local maximum, all the available actions point downhill. Next is the plateaus. A plateau is a flat area of the state space landscape. It can be a flat local maximum from which no uphill exists, or a shoulder from which progress is possible. A hill climbing search might get lost on the plateau. In such case, the algorithm reaches a point at which no progress is being made. Starting from a randomly generated 8-queen state, steepest ascent hill climbing gets stuck 86% of the time, solving only 14% of the problem instances. It works quickly, taking just 4 steps on average when it succeeds and 3 when it gets stuck. Not bad for a state space with 8^8, which is nearly equivalent to 17 million states. The algorithm in figure 2 halts if it reaches a plateau where a best successor has the same value as the current state. Might it not be a good idea to keep going, to allow a sideways move in the hope that the plateau is really a shoulder? But we must take care. If we always allow sideways move when there are no uphill moves, an infinite loop will occur whenever the algorithm reaches a flat local maximum that is not a shoulder. One common solution is to put a limit on the number of consecutive sideways moves allowed. For example, we could allow up to say 100 consecutive sideways moves in the 8 queens problem. This raises the percentage of problem instances solved by hill climbing from 14% to 94%. Success comes at a cost. The algorithm averages roughly 21 steps for each successful instance and 64 for each failure. Many variants of hill climbing have been invented. The stochastic hill climbing chooses at random form among the uphill moves. The probability of selection can vary with a steepness of the uphill move. This usually converges more slowly than steepest ascent, but in some state landscapes it finds better solutions. First choice hill climbing implements stochastic hill climbing by generating successors randomly until one is generated that is better than the current state. This is a good strategy when a state has many of successors. The hill climbing algorithms described so far are incomplete. They often fail to find a goal when one exists because they can get stuck on local maxima. The random restart hill climbing adopts the well-known adage, if at first you don't succeed, try again. It conducts a series of hill climbing searches from randomly generated initial states 1 until a goal is found. It is trivially complete with probability approaching 1 because it will eventually generate a goal state as the initial state. If each hill climbing search has a probability p of success, then the expected number of restarts required is 1 upon p. For 8 queens instances with no sideways moves allowed, p is nearly equivalent to 0.14. So we need roughly 7 iterations to find a goal, 6 failures and 1 success. The expected number of steps is the cost of one successful iteration plus 1 minus p divided by p times the cost of failure, or roughly 22 steps in all. When we allow sideways moves, 1 divided by 0.94, that is 1.06 iterations are needed on average, and 1 into 21 plus 0.06 divided by 0.94 multiplied by 64, that is nearly equivalent to 25 steps. For 8 queens then, random restart hill climbing is very effective indeed. Even for 3 million queens, the approach can find solutions in under a minute. The success of hill climbing depends very much on the shape of the state space landscape. If there are few local maxima and plateaus, the random restart hill climbing will find a good solution very quickly. On the other hand, many real problems have a landscape that looks more like a widely scattered family of balding porcupines on a flat floor. With miniature porcupines living on the tip of each porcupine needle. Ad infinitum. NP-hard problems typically have an exponential number of local maxima to get stuck on. Despite this, a reasonably good local maximum can often be found after a small number of restarts. So this is all about the local search algorithms and the hill climbing algorithm. Thank you.